do it. All right. How's it, guys? Paul Cooper here for a special masterclass edition, and I'm gonna be taking you step by step on how to do airs with your foil drive. So for the board that you wanna kinda use is your typical board. You gotta make sure you have strap inserts there. This is gonna be somewhat of an advanced sort of masterclass. You already are comfortable being able to get in and out of your straps. Your placement of your feet is kind of dialed. That's where I would say you want to start. So you don't want to just, grab your mate's board or your friend's board, start strapping in and sending it. You want to be on something that's very comfortable. I'm using my PCX. It's my signature model. It's a 4.318, about 21 liters. It's what I ride for everything. My strap inserts are put customly, so it's where my feet naturally go. I always tell guys you want to make sure that your straps go where your feet naturally go. A lot of boards aren't custom with their inserts, so they sort of force their feet to go where the inserts are, and it never feels right. So if you have a board builder or if you have somebody that knows how to put inserts in, you can put them to where your feet naturally go. So if you were gonna pick a board that you want to do airs with, my recommendation is to be, kind of a smaller prone board. If you go for like a bigger wing board or a mid-length board, just having that extra board will create some problems for you possibly. So you wanna make sure it's something that you feel comfortable with, and you want it to be kind of lighter too. The lighter the board is, the easier it is to get into the air. So the next thing that I would say for doing airs with the foil drive is to have a mast that you're really comfortable with and a foil that you're comfortable with. I'm going with this 740X today. It's probably what I would use in waves that are a little bit bigger as well. When I'm doing airs, if I'm on too big of a foil, especially when I come down, I don't want it to kind of buck up at me too much. If I'm riding small waves, then it's okay because there's not a lot of energy, but you want something that enters the water really clean, and you want something that's comfortable too. I would avoid riding really high aspect or downwind type of foils. Not saying that you can't do it. They're gonna kind of slap the water and kind of push up on you really well. And some of those bigger ones you might break if you come down really hard on it. So I would avoid something like that. Today I'm using the Code integrated. It's a 78 centimeter length, which is kind of perfect for doing airs. If you have something that's a little bit longer, it's a little bit harder to kind of get it up and out of the water. And then coming down, it kind of like keeps the foil and the board out of the water. And I like to encourage guys when they're doing airs to bring the board down to the surface of the water, get it steady, and then ride out from there. And we'll go into more of that once we get into the water. So like I said, I'm riding the 740X today. I chose to go with the extra small fuse. It's a little more nimble, and then I'm riding the 142 tail. This is the AR, the all-around tail. Feels great. It's basically what you would want to choose is something that you feel comfortable proning on, and what you would want in like decent surf. I mean, that's the foil that I would recommend you starting with if you want to go out and do some airs. So today I chose to run a Max kit. Another great kit to use for airs would be a Slim. I mean, it's going to be the lightest kit, so that's also really good. But I'm choosing to use a Max just so I have enough run time to get as many reps as I can. I'm using the high-powered motor with the 3-blade prop. I like using that because it gives me a little bit extra torque, which is good, especially when I'm coming down from landings. I need that to kind of get moving and ride out of the landings if I need to. I'm also using the new mid-high range propellers, which add a lot more top end speed and a little bit of extra torque as well. Yeah, so when you're getting started and you want to find a wave that's really good for practicing airs on, you want something that's not too pitchy. If it's a wave that's throwing, it can be a little bit more difficult. You want like kind of soft rollers, a little bit of whitewash, or even if you have like kind of an open face that has a little bit of vert to it. You also can do airs on waves that are like that as well. The spot that we're at today has a little bit of both. So once we get out there, I'll be able to show you different approaches on what type of wave is best. But yeah, and I would say if you're definitely getting started, you want to start small. Anybody who I've ever told who wants to get into airs, I'm always telling them, start small, the big ones will come. Once you get kind of the motion down and you start getting the feel of it, the big ones will eventually come. But if you go out there and you're just trying to send it, which is something that I did early on, you're way more prone to injury. Yeah, once you kind of got the muscle memory down and you got the mechanics of it down, the big ones will come and they'll be so easy. So yeah, I always tell people start off small and then work your way from there. Yeah, so now we're gonna head out into the water. I'll take you guys step by step on the approach and how I like to go into setting up, finding the right wave, taking my time, all of those things. You never wanna rush it too. So what I like to do is just have a nice, cool approach. The other thing that I'm gonna tell you guys is if it doesn't feel right, don't even try to do it. Like there's a lot of times to where it's like, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be perfect. And then right before it just doesn't feel right. So I have no problems with kicking out the back, motoring around and going to the next one. I mean, we got foil drive, so we have unlimited reps. So it's something that I always say, you're better safe than sorry. Got plenty more sections and plenty more waves to go out there and send it. Yeah, so a few other safety related things that I would suggest is being really mindful of when you're throttling, we're going into the air, things can happen. So you wanna make sure that if the board gets away from you, you definitely release that throttle. You don't wanna be the point to where it's like, oh, you tense up and squeeze it. The other thing that I recommend is finding yourself a good bump cap. Foil drive's got these new ones that are super sick, so I suggest something like that. If you feel comfortable wearing an impact vest, that's something that you could do as well. And also like find good comfortable straps. You want something that's really soft and nice to lay on. And you also don't want them to be too tight. Like if they're too tight and your feet are locked in, that's something that you want to avoid as well. They need to be tight enough for you to slip your feet in, cinch them in, but you want it to be loose enough so when you want to get your feet out, you can get them out really quick. And those are things that I would like practice definitely before you start doing really big airs and you're really comfortable with those kind of aspects before you go out and start sending, you know, monster airs. How's it guys? Paul Cooper here. We had some technical difficulties, so the audio that we tried to get while I was out there and talking wasn't able to get to the camera. So I'm doing this voiceover instead. Here we go, taking off, little chip. I was riding the code 740X. So I definitely need a little bit of a wave to get started. Now I'm up and at 'em, heading out, fading back here, kind of eyeing where I plan on doing the air. Let's see, this air is kind of like one of those like lip type, shoulder type airs. So you want to make sure you time it correctly. When you get to the top, to get the most amplitude that you can, you want to get the foil pretty much to the surface of the water, like right at the top of the wave, and then project out. If you project a little earlier, you're actually bringing the foil like through water before it even gets out into the air. So yeah, you want to sort of get good at that timing. I think for this one, yeah, definitely kind of setting it up as well. Fading back a little. This wave was definitely more of like a shouldery type of wave. Oh, right there. As you notice on that one too, like I like to put the board back on the surface. And what that does is it basically settles the foil down. So I put the board on the surface, get the foil settled, and then I'll bring the, foil back up and engage the foil.
one of the main reasons why I do that is when I first started riding straps, I was just kind of doing it unknowingly about anything, and I was just basically sending. So I was just like trying to go as high as I could, and I ended up hyperflexing both of my knees and was out for a little bit. And after that, I was just really careful about, you know, how I placed my airs and what I was doing. And what I learned was, I don't try to engage the foil, because it's really hard to control what the foil is gonna do underwater, especially with these types of waves and stuff, especially when you're dealing with like airs in sections. There's a lot of turbulence going on, so it's hard to really control. And if that foil engages and goes up, while you're coming down, that's where you can, you know, run into some injuries and stuff. Oh yeah, that was very shallow over there. I remember that. I didn't know if it was grass, and they were like, no, it's rocks. And then when I came in, the tide dropped a little. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely rocks. So here you can see I'm kind of slowing down a little bit, trying to set it up again. Yep, see how I like really get comfortable with it, then engage the foil to ride out. If you try to do that, you'll notice that you'll ride out of a lot more airs than trying to engage the foil and just ride out that way. The other thing that I think I was talking about when I was out in the water is knowing when to not do the air. I think a lot of times guys will just really send, you know, and it's like, oh, any opportunity, you know, if a section comes your way. But for me personally, like, you know, I can't afford to be injured or anything like that. So if it doesn't, you know, feel right, like in any sense, like if I'm only 99% sure, maybe not 99, but if I'm like 80% sure that it's okay, but 20% I'm not sure, then I probably won't even hit the section. So, and we have foil drive, so I can just, you know, like here, pop right up, zoom right back out, and you know, try again. So it's not like before when I was just prone paddling and kind of every section was so crucial and stuff. So like with this, it's like, okay, on to the next section. And most of the time, if it doesn't feel right, I don't really do a good air anyways. So I think here I'm trying to see if I can set up one that's on the inside with a section to kind of show you how that looks a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So still flattening the board out, getting back on foil, heading back out. Yeah, this place was so amazing, and worked out really well for doing this masterclass on airs. I don't even remember what I was saying here, but so yeah, you definitely want to try and like set it up, get the board flat, cruise on out. And what I tell a lot of guys, especially in the beginning, you know, just go small. Like you don't need to go huge. The big airs will definitely come, and you're so much better off being really comfortable getting the motion down rather than, you know, going for that big air and out of control. So I tell a lot of guys, like, don't even try to do airs like when you first are starting to ride straps. Just do like the motion, and then, you know, the more and more you do it, the bigger airs will definitely be coming. Let's see. Oh, and I think that is a wrap. All right. Thanks, you guys. It was such a epic session. Got a few airs in there. I don't even know what I'm saying here, but yeah, hope you guys got a lot of this, and I'll see you later. Shoots.
So thanks you guys for joining me for this masterclass. What a fun little session we had out there. Definitely want to emphasize the safety aspect of it. I don't want you guys going out and getting hurt. So by all means, have as much fun as you want. Send it as high as you can. Tried to cover all the bases. you probably want to be pretty proficient already with your foil drive, really comfortable with it, all the aspects of it. I would say if you're just kind of getting started with it, straps and airs are not for you. But if you're already comfortable, yeah, definitely go out, put straps on your board, maybe ride, I don't know, 10 sessions with straps. Don't even try an air. Just get comfortable getting your feet in and out of them, because that's something that you need to kind of learn as well. So just do that. Then when you're ready, like I said, start small, find the right kind of waves that you want to do it in, you know, be confident about it too. That's another thing I didn't touch on earlier. You want to be confident going into it. If you're a little hesitant, those are the times, everybody knows who foils, like when you're hesitant is when things can kind of be a little sketchy. But yeah, just be confident with it. Head out there and send it. Send me your clips. I want to see all you guys sending. Shoots.